Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you about 10 designer bags, 9 of which have already been discontinued, 1 of which is rumored to be discontinued, and I think all of these are mistakes, meaning they should not be discontinued. They should all be brought back. They need to be brought back because they're so good, still very popular, and I know that many of you still reach out to me from time to time saying that you're on the hunt for these pieces on the pre-loved market. So let's get started with number 1. First is the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch, 26 size. Now, if you watched my recent LV video, you know what they've been doing and what they're planning to do with the mini pochette. They already updated this toiletry pouch, discontinued this original version. This is the monogram with the vachetta leather, really simple silhouette with the zipper on the top, has a wipeable lining inside. I'll show you really quickly. I've got a little bit of an organizer and some stuff in here, but here's the wipeable interior. They have updated this, and I don't know if it's that functional or user-friendly the way they updated it. But also they jacked up the price. They added a chain, they added a little mini toiletry that comes as a set, so you can only purchase it as a set now. But this original piece is so good, you guys, and I know that many of you still are looking for this, and it's hard to find this on the pre-loved market in good, clean condition. You know, it's a toiletry bag. You're going to put your personal items in here. You want it to be pretty clean, in decent condition. So I feel like LV, I know they just discontinued this, but I feel like they made a bit of a mistake with that, and they need to bring this back for sure. I think this is the most handy size. I know there's the 19 size, which I used to own. Didn't really serve a purpose for me, so I let it go. And then the mini one, which is the 15 size, that is more comparable to the mini pochette. But I really like this. I use this a lot for the beach and the pool. You know, I put my sun creams in here, my sunblock, and I just grab it. It's a casual grab and go clutch kind of thing. And of course, we know that many of us have been using DIY kits to turn this into either a shoulder bag or crossbody bag, and that's why LV copied. They copied their own clients and turned this into a bag itself, and then, you know, rebranded it, I suppose, and really jacked up the price to market it as a bag. So I do think that was a mistake. Please bring this back, LV. If anyone from LV happens to be watching my channel, I doubt it, but that's the first piece I wanted to share with you. Next is also an LV bag, and this one here, many of you have reached out to me asking if you can buy it off of me because I know this was out for only a hot second. This is the Speedy BB in the beautiful lambskin ink color, black, jet black ink, and it's just so gorgeous. So this is all monogram embossed. It's got a little removable luggage tag. It's got these little handles, very comparable to the Speedy B20, which came out after this. I had the opportunity to compare those two sizes. I had a Speedy B20 that was not mine, but it was in my possession, so I compared them, and size-wise, they were off by like 1 or 2 centimeters. This is the beautiful, beautiful 3-dimensional braided chain that it comes with. It's so gorgeous, you guys. I have worn this crossbody on the shoulder. I double this up and loop it up so it's short. I even use this as an embellishment just to like dangle it down here. This is such a versatile bag. I do have an organizer insert just to keep it nice and structured. So beautiful on the inside. It's got that microfiber lining similar to the lining on the Pochette Métis monogram version. Don't know if you can see here. So beautiful. It's very kind of discreet because it has the embossed black on black monogram. It's also just super soft. I feel like LV did a really nice job with the lambskin here, but this was a seasonal piece and it was discontinued so fast. Not many on the pre-loved market, of course, either. So I know that a few of you were able to get your hands on it, but I feel like if LV brought this back, maybe even in different colors, it would do really well. I think this would do better than the Cuisine collection. All right, that's it for LV, but I'll leave these out for eye candy while I'm filming the rest of the video. And then these are the next two. So the Chanel Mini Rectangular Flap and the Chanel Mini Square Flap. They're both the minis. This one is the Caramel Brown from 21P. This is the Iridescent Gold, also from 21P. I got those both the same year. But what I'm about to say is not these bags, because yes, these were seasonal colors, discontinued, yada yada. But what I'm asking for is the Caviar to be brought back. We all know so many of us have been wanting the Caviar Mini, either in the rectangular or in the square mini flap, either one. I missed the boat on that. I have no regrets. Yes, I did miss the boat for sure, but I was able to get these and I'm happy with these and I love the lambskin. But I feel like Caviar in a way is much more casual, more durable, and so many of you have been messaging me over the years asking me about finding Caviar minis, and when you do find them on the pre-loved market, they're often very marked up, like thousands above the last retail price, and you ask me if it's worth it or not, which is really hard to answer, of course, because it's such a personal decision. But I do think that if Chanel were to bring back the minis in the Caviars, they would fly off the shelves. I don't know what Chanel's doing these days, you guys. The direction they're going in is very meh to me. But anyway, these two for sure in caviar need to be brought back. Next is another Chanel that is a big mama jama. This is the jumbo, but mine is in the single flap. So let me just pull this out here. And the single flap has the grommets side by side, if you didn't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4 versus the double flap that has it this way. The single flap has it this way. It makes it a lot easier because there's no double flap on the inside for you to just pull it right through, plop it in, pull it in and out. So much more convenient than having a double flap here. This is just my stuffing. But I think this makes the bag so much more user-friendly, so much more roomier on the inside, and it is lighter than the double flap. I have compared this one with the double flaps in the boutique, and I am shocked at how much heavier the double flap feels. Now, if you were to weigh these on a scale, it's not that big of a difference. It's a few ounces in between the single flap and the double flap, but when you fill it and put it on your shoulder, it does make a difference. It adds up. This is the back, and I just feel like if they came out with the single flap, I don't know, like the minis do really well, not just because they're minis, but also because they have a longer chain for crossbody style, which makes it a lot easier. Also, I feel like the single flap just makes it easier, and that's the same for this jumbo. So I'm gonna see if I can squeeze this one in here. I mean, I know the prices are crazy right now, crazy, but for those who want a jumbo brand new from the boutique, I feel like they would go for it more if there was a single flap version. That's just my opinion. Okay, let's move on to another brand. Next is from Givenchy. Now, this bag is not discontinued, but the color was seasonal. So many of you have asked to buy this bag from me for years. Now, this is the mini Antigona size, and it's in this sugared goatskin. It's in this gorgeous caramel brown. It's got silver hardware. I bought this, I think it was at Neiman Marcus, and I just haven't seen this color since. They do have the shiny Lord skin version. I don't know why it's called Lord? Shiny Lord leather? Something like that. But it's not this shade because the type of leather is different, so the color and the dye is taken differently, so it's not as rich and sort of textured like this one. You can see it's called sugared goatskin because it's got like this sort of sugared effect, this sort of honeyed effect. It's just beautiful. I feel like this is one of the most beautiful colors that I have in a handbag, and I think if Givenchy were to bring this out in any size really, but especially the mini size because this is so practical, holds a lot but really easy to carry, plus crossbody, it comes with the strap, I think it would sell really, really well. And as much as people say the Givenchy Antigona bag in general is like, it was a trendy hot bag that now has sort of fizzled, I disagree. I feel like this bag is beautiful, it's structural, it's polished, it looks professional for work, it looks like it can be casual for every day. I can dress it up, dress it down. I really think this is a great bag, and I've raved about it quite a bit since getting it a few years ago. And I know for a fact that many of you have been searching for this bag in this exact color on the pre-loved market. And it's really hard because I don't think they made that many. And when they did make them, whoever bought them, like myself, they're not really letting them go. So I'm telling you, Givenchy needs to bring this color back. The next bag is not high-end designer, but it's designer, it's contemporary designer. Actually, I wouldn't think it's even fair to say contemporary designer. They've been around for quite a while now. This is the Coach Rambler 16. This is another bag that I get so many messages asking people to help find, or can I buy it from you? And this one I got for myself and also for my mom because she really loved it and thought it was adorable. So this is the glove tan leather, and specifically this one is the 16 size, so it's quite mini, although it does fit most phones. And it's got this longer strap so you can wear it crossbody, and it's just so simple. There's like no branding. It's just got the classic turn lock, which we know Coach is all about here. Here's a little back pocket. You can put your phone in standing up vertically if you wanted to. Horizontally would be hard unless you have a really small phone, but this leather feels really good. The price was really good. This sold out so fast, and I feel like so many of you have been waiting for Coach to bring it back, and they're just not bringing it back. And even if they brought back one that was slightly bigger, they do have the bigger original size. That too has since been discontinued. That was kind of bulky, but if they even had like an in-between size, slightly bigger than this, I think it would fly off the shelves. I think it would do so well, especially given the value for the price. So the Coach Rambler 16 is another one. And then this one here is from Longchamp, and this, I guess, is in a different category. It's nylon. It's the classic Le Pliage tote. Mine is in the small size. I shared so much about this. I did in-depth reviews, and I also did my Longchamp collection video on Longchamp's 75th birthday. That was just a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago. And I just want to say this one in particular, I feel like if Longchamp can bring it back, people would be so happy. And why? This is from the Neo collection. The Neo collection has a much thicker, silkier feeling nylon. It's just much more nice to the touch, much more durable. It's also got this chunky zipper, which is a little bit different from some of the other zippers that have a little bit more of that thin effect. This is really thick and chunky, and the black version is really sleek because it's black on black, monochrome, a little bit of silver hardware, and this is the version that does not fold up. I mean, you can obviously fold it up and just smush it down. It's very packable, but it's not meant to fold up like origami with a little snap in the back. I have another version that's the club version that does have that, but that's not a big deal to me because I hardly ever fold this up. I just feel like if they brought back any of the Le Pliage bags in the Neo nylon, people would be just all over it, all over it. I know they're trying to be much more sustainable and they're experimenting with recycled nylons, which is great. I'm all for that. But I have to admit, in feeling the recycled nylons, they definitely don't feel as nice and as thick as the Neo nylon that they used to use before. All right, I've cleaned up a little bit just to make some space for the last two. This one here is from Celine, and this is the Celine Trio bag. I purchased this in Paris a number of years ago. It's the large trio in navy lambskin with gold hardware. I think this is such a classic, minimalist, beautiful bag, really understated and also very underrated. But I found out recently after doing a video and featuring this bag that this has been discontinued, and I have no idea when they discontinued it. Obviously, this is from the old Celine Phoebe Philo era. Her designs were just epic. But they had it going, they had this going in production in different sizes, different colors for years. And I guess just recently, maybe last year, they discontinued it without me knowing. And I just think it's sad because this is just so simple and beautiful and timeless. And you can't get this anymore unless you look on the pre-loved market, unless they go back into their archives and pull this out maybe years down the road. But for now, this is no longer available apparently from Celine Direct. And last but not least, this is the bag that is rumored to be discontinued very soon. Again, a Celine bag. This is their classic box bag. Mine is in the medium size. It's the black, beautiful, smooth box leather, and it's got the kind of aged, brassy looking hardware. And I just feel like this too is just so timeless, so beautiful, so understated. Hardly any branding. You only see Celine Paris printed here on the inside. It's got this accordion style. It's beautiful. I feel like anytime I wear this, my outfit is just leveled up. I look so polished, especially if I wear this with nice loafers or boots or something. It just feels so... Sometimes I feel preppy, sometimes I just feel really Parisian, and I love the fact that most people don't know what this is, so there isn't really that much looks that you would get other than people who know Celine, and I like that. I like when it's a little bit more quiet compared to when I wear, for example, Monogram. I really have to be in the mood for that. So from what I understand, this bag is soon going to be discontinued. I actually found out from one of you, my subbies, who watched one of my recent videos where I featured this, and you mentioned that your sales associate at Celine said this would no longer be in production soon. So that is sad if that is the case. So I just wanted to give you all a heads up if you're looking for this bag. I will say Celine does not hold its value very well on the pre-loved market. So I actually purchased this pre-loved in excellent condition from Fashion File, and I saved, I don't know, like $1,500 or something. I still think that that's a great way to go if you don't have to get it brand new from the boutique. Look on the pre-loved market. You can save maybe even $2,000 nowadays for an excellent condition. Look for it pristine. I did get this authenticated just to double, triple check, and I did a video on that as well. And I'm just happy I have this bag. But yeah, if it's going away, that's kind of sad news, and I wanted to share. So I feel like if this is going away and it's going to be in the discontinued group with all of its fellow bags here, they need to come back. These are such great bags. These two in caviar, the minis, but all the other ones, this color, I just feel like they're really good bags. And I just keep hearing from you guys how much you are looking for these bags. So I feel like that is validation that these brands really are kind of missing the mark. They're focused on so many weird things these days, and they're actually not giving customers what they really want. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel and you enjoy this type of content, I would love for you to subscribe and join our handbag loving community. Also, let me know down in the comments if there is a specific bag that has been discontinued that I didn't cover here that you really want them to bring back, that you're on the hunt for, that you feel like you missed the boat on. I'd love to know in the comments below. Let me know also if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer them, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.